You're not going to believe this, but Bizarro Brian is back.
Oh, Brian J.
He was Brian J. Now
he is Brian J.
Now
it's
he's
just
Bizarro
I'm
Brian.
Jay Brian. He's Brian J. That's why he's Bizarro Brian, because he's me, but the opposite version of me. So this ought to be interesting.
Well, he had a question for you
Okay.
that I kind of liked, so we're going to ask it.
Man, is this 3 for 3?
You
Has
know,
he been
I
on
am
the last 3
realizing
episodes?
I'm getting a
I
little
promise
lazy.
there's more than 4 people that watch our live streams, by the way. So Bizarro
for sure.
Brian, that's good on you. Keep going.
Well, here's his question. He says, when Brian says, take your foot off the accelerator in your 40s after saving in your 20s and 30s, is that altering the FOO? Could that mean the savings percentage drops below 25% in your 40s?
Oh, that's a great question. He's trying
Isn't
to
that
catch
interesting? I know he is trying to catch you. I think I know what you're going to say, but I'm interested.
me. Okay, full confession. I told my wife in my 20s that we could take our foot off the accelerator. That's all true, because I eat my own cooking. I try to be as transparent. But here's the reality, and this sounds like such... These are wealthy people problems, is that the business has grown. It seems like the more I give you guys, the more you guys give back. And it's kind of the most blessed thing in the world. It really is. So the truth is, Bizarro Brian, I didn't have to take my foot off the accelerator because income went to the point that I could still live my best life. And then there was money. But here's the good news. I could. If you go check out our Know Your Number course, you don't have to save. And now I'm in this point of abundance with life that I'm trying to... I'm doing stuff because it's just fun, and I want to see if it works. I mean, that's what you look at all the things we're doing with the content, buying the equipment. We didn't have to buy all new equipment when we moved to the new location, but we did because I wanted to see, hey, would this work? Us redoing the website, all this. I'm now in this level of abundance where that I can do stuff for the purpose of it, the fun of it. And what's crazy is I think it will probably generate more income. It's this weird thing, but that gets me excited too, because I love how fast we grow. I mean, we're now, I think in the next 2 months we'll be at 30 employees. And it just seems like a few short years ago we were like 5 or 6 employees. So I mean, nothing gets me more excited. If we added up how many babies are going to be born within this, within our employees this year. And then you think about, cars and houses being bought. I mean, I get so excited thinking about those type of things and the opportunity. So I don't know if that helps, Bizarro Brian, because but yes, you could take your foot off the accelerator once you do something like Know Your Number, where you measure twice, where you actually know what you're saving for, what the why is. But I put that out there just like a personal trainer would, thinking that if I make you the best version of yourself, there's a chance, because there is this achiever dilemma that you get into, especially in your 40s, is that you're going to be making some of the best money of your life. And you have to figure out what's enough. And when do I get off the train, or do I do life? But I'm in this weird pickle that everybody I know who is part of the FIRE movement and retires early, what do they do after they retire? They all become content creators. Have you noticed that? I mean, it seems like they didn't really retire. They all just become content creators. Yeah. So I'm already doing that. I was partying before everybody else realized where the party was, because I started doing this in 2006. So I'm blessed in the fact that I get to take all the fruits of what I created to kind of do what others are kind of going to. It's like that scene from Yellowstone where, and I don't know character names, so I always like Kevin Costner's character. He tells his attorney son, who turns out to be the villain. I'm not trying to do spoiler alerts, but anyway, at the time, I think this was an early season, he's like, son, you get rich to own this. So never sell this, because this is what you get rich to own. And, and it's one of those things where I feel blessed that I get to do this, and I get to do all the things that are impacting your lives, making you guys better, that I didn't have to actually take the foot off the accelerator, because you guys keep rewarding the what we're doing.
Isn't that the point, though? Like when we talk about the 5 levels of wealth, when you talk about financial security and financial independence, it's that you get to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And like your money is working hard enough that you can. So I think that I think it's a lot, to me, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a lot less about like, oh, well, I'm 40 now, I can take my foot off the gas. It's more about like, well, what's your goal? What's your money doing?
Yeah.
How much do you have saved? Like, I think it's more about that. And like you said, you have potential if you're putting things in place. The 40s could be a really abundant year for you income wise. And so you might find yourself in that situation, which you're speaking to. And then you're faced with the kind of fun questions of like, how much is enough? What do I want to do? I have some flexibility. What am I going to do with this income? I think that's pretty cool.
Well, it's much better because it's one of those things, you can take your foot off the accelerator. Will you do it? But I got to tell you, that's such a better, healthier place to be than having to do something because you got to pay the bills. And that's the thing. That's why my guidance doesn't change even living through this, is because I want you to be able to choose your best life. And if the only way you can do that is to make those sacrifices in your 20s and 30s, bedazzle your basic life. Still go out there and create memories. I'm not saying be Ebenezer Scrooge, but just save every dollar like it has a purpose so that you can actually have those choices, have that freedom to do what you want to on your own terms.